Buongiorno! It's Valentine's Day! When you're seeing this, it's not going to be Valentine's Day anymore, but happy Valentine's Day! I love Valentine's Day. It's one of my favorite holidays. To me, Valentine's Day is not about whether or not you are in a relationship, it's a celebration of love. I love Valentine's Day so much. Throughout February, I usually celebrate Valentine's Day the whole month of February. I read all the romance books, and I usually just read like all the contemporary romantic books during February. I try to watch as many romantic comedies as I can. It's a celebration of love and all kinds of love. Familial, friendship, romantic, all the love. Love is beautiful. I loved Valentine's Day ever since I was a child. To like buy the Valentines, and I would like write each one individually, attach candy to it, and bring them all to class, and then I'd go home 30 different Valentines with so much candy. I felt like Christmas. Today is storming and raining really hard. I went out this morning a couple times and oh boy, it was bad. The wind is howling. It's raining and pouring really hard. It's not great outside. I'm not gonna go out again because this morning was like horrible. I'm not doing that again. I'm staying in today and I'm gonna be watching romantic comedies. I recorded He's Just Not That Into You with Drew Barrymore, and I've actually never seen this movie before, but it's one of those romantic comedies that people always reference. I'm gonna be watching that. I might also be watching Ever After. I actually missed the InLoveAthon watch along last night. I was at the book signing while everybody was watching Beauty and the Beast. One of the other movies that was on the poll for the watch along was Ever After, and I've actually never seen Ever After. It's a Cinderella retelling of Drew Barrymore. It's supposed to be really good. I think I'm gonna watch that too. I'm just gonna have like a Drew Barrymore marathon basically while eating all of the chocolate. I'm so excited. Oh man, I love Valentine's Day so much. Well, reading wise, I finished Princess in Love last night. Oh my god, the last scene of Princess in Love was the cutest thing ever. I just was squealing of happiness. It made me so happy. And I started Princess in Waiting this morning. I'm 45 minutes into Princess in Waiting, and so far it's amazing. She's actually in Genovia right now. Most of the books revolve around her high school life and her life in New York. Genovia like pops up so rarely. She always talks about like her role as like the Princess of Genovia and like her princess training, but we never actually see her that often in Genovia. So right now she's in Genovia and she's doing like a bunch of like princessy stuff, and it's really interesting. Talking about like parking meters with Prince William. It's just like, oh my god, I love the British royal family. Prince William got married, I watched like the live stream of it, and when Prince Harry got married, I watched like the 4-hour like live stream of it. Oh my god, I love the royals. Last night I read about 10 pages of The Forbidden Wish, and then I got tired and went to bed. I'm loving it so far. So basically it's an Aladdin retelling, and it's kind of like an adventure through this world. Like the trope of the 1,000-year-old paranormal creature falling in love with like the teenager. The trope is like a little problematic, especially when it's like a teenage girl. But I really like that it's flipped. The girl is like the 1,000-year-old creature. The guy is the teenage guy. So atmospheric. Definitely gonna try to get more into that. Buongiorno! It's day 5 of the InLoveAthon. Last night I didn't do much reading. I did watch He's Just Not That Into You. Okay, I don't know. It felt like it was trying to be Love Actually with all the different storylines. I've actually not seen Love Actually. I just know that's how Love Actually is. A bunch of different storylines doesn't really work for a movie because each relationship didn't really get that much development. Type of storyline works better for a book, not necessarily for a movie. It was okay. Didn't know that Jennifer Goodwin, aka Snow White from Once Upon a Time, was in this movie and she was like the main character. So that was like a pleasant surprise. I love Jennifer Goodwin. Ben Affleck, Jennifer Aniston, Drew Barrymore was barely in it, but Jennifer Connelly, Busy Phillips, Bradley Cooper was in it too. I did listen to a lot of Princess in Waiting. I only have like 2 hours left in the audiobook. I'm not liking it as much as the other books. Makes sense that she's insecure and whatnot, but in this book, it's just going too far to like extreme levels to the point where it's almost like not realistic. And not only that, in the last book, she had started making strides and being more confident and believing in herself more, and I was really starting to root for her and be really proud of her on all the strides she made. And it's almost like in Princess in Waiting, she never even made any strides in confidence levels at all. She just regressed completely. She's even worse now, and it's just really annoying. Like, the only great parts about this book are Michael and Mia. Love them together so much. They're so perfect for each other, and I adore them. This is actually the book where she mentions Jane Eyre. So in typical Grand Mère fashion, there was a copy of Jane Eyre at Mia, and she tells her to read it. Mia decides to use Jane Eyre as a guide and how to deal with her relationship, and Tina reads Jane Eyre too, and they do the same. This was the original book that got me wanting to reading Jane Eyre. I'm still only 100 pages into The Forbidden Wish, and I still have Overgrown Summer to read and A Very Large Expanse of Sea. So now I'm getting like stressed because I don't know if I'm gonna actually finish my TBR. No, I won't be able to read because I'm going to the Symphony Hall. This is not a popular opinion, but I actually really love classical music so much. I'm like low-key obsessed with it. I listen to it all the time when I'm studying, when I'm reading. I always wanted to go to the symphony and listen to it live, so that's what I'm doing tonight. I'm really excited. It's gonna be a violin concert, and violin is my favorite instrument. The only things I listen to is classical, and Broadway is like my favorite music. Occasionally I'll listen to pop. I'm gonna try to read as much as I can as The Forbidden Wish. I got back from the symphony and oh my god, it was so beautiful. I found myself wanting to close my eyes because I was just so moved by how beautiful it was. I loved it so much. This is my first experience at the symphony and I really want to go back. I'm whispering because it's like 11 o'clock at night. There's a violin solo and oh my god, the violinist was amazing. He was so into it. Tell was in like the flow state. I love classical music so much. I don't think there's anything more beautiful than classical music. It transcends time and space. It's almost like it takes you to a whole other plane because it's just so beautiful. Needless to say, I got no reading done whatsoever, but I had the most amazing, beautiful time at the symphony and I want to go back like tomorrow. I do have an early morning tomorrow, so I can't stay up late reading, but I'm gonna try to read a little bit. That's all for this video. Comment down below how you're doing during the readathon, and have you ever been to a symphony concert? So your media links are all down below, my Twitter, my Instagram, and Goodreads. Arrivederci!